database of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to Austin, Texas, and DKR, home of the Texas Longhorns. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the UCLA Bruins, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Texas Longhorns. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Bruins will kick it off to get us underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Gives it on the option. There he goes. That one can really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. The short hand to Avery. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Got him downfield. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. They'll try the run. Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. He gets it all the way down inside the 10. It'll be 1st and goal from the 8.
I really like this offense staying aggressive. They were in field goal range, but nice job on 3rd down. Forget that. Let's go get the first down. Let's throw the football. Nice read, nice catch. Now set up with a 1st and goal situation.
They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They'll keep it on the ground looking for the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Texas!
I think what you love about that opening drive for the offense is the balance. They were able to throw the football to set themselves up into position, and then he carries it in for the TD. You got to be able to keep defenses on their heels, and they did a nice job of that on this opening drive.
And he's going to bring this one out. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Rides to back and leaves it. Got the first down and more.
Another big play for this offense, and I'll tell you, historically, on the best UCLA units offensively, whether they're throwing it, whether they're in the shotgun, whether they're going up-tempo or they're not, it's always so important to have balance. They've always had a guy they can turn around and hand the football off to keep defenses honest. This guy with his power and his speed, he really gives this offense a lot of flexibility.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man quickly. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. They go to the ground. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit, too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. And the Bruins will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Running back searching for a hole. Turning it on! A huge play there as he has it inside the 20 at the 19.
How about the explosive play by this offense? Man, it's so nice to have guys you can hand the football off and just watch him work. Watch him do the rest, the speed, making big plays, breaking tackles. Man, is it nice to have an offense with a playmaker like that.
He leaves it with the back. Got some room into the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And he's not going to take the touchback. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Going with the ground game left. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking to take a shot. He's got it along the sideline. He'll work his way down to the 28. The Bruins headed quickly to the line.
Well, this offense is showing you it doesn't take a lot of time for them to generate explosive plays through the air. Big completion on the previous play. They take another shot and hit it, and they have completely flipped the field.
And they can't make the connection, and it could get worse. A penalty flag on the field, and it's in the holding zone. Let's get the call. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Snap in the shotgun. Still looking, on the move. And to get rid of it quickly. And the pass is incomplete, and we've wrapped up one quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. The play action fake. Quarterback needs to make a better throw there. Incomplete. Well, I'm sure there are a lot of emotions, a homecoming of sorts as he comes back to the place where he played as the head coach of the opposition.
You know it holds a special place in his heart. He's right now taking the field thinking about all the great memories he shared with his teammates, with his family, with the fans during his time. But he's got a job, David. He's coaching on the other sideline this one, and he wants to get the win for his team.
Oh, you dang right. And you got to pull back those feelings. It's great to be home. It's awesome to be where it started, but you're also paid to do a job, and you're paid by the other side. And right now, you want to go win, and you want to beat this squad because you're competitive, so it's got to be kind of bittersweet. Deep to shallow. That's why I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
They're throwing for it on fourth down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
Love the coverage on defense there. Fourth down. They were ready for the pass. You saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
From the gun, running back on the move. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Those horns are up, and they are sharp in the running game.
Yeah, just pounding the rock, playing physical. And I think when you think about great Texas teams, you probably think about the running game, the physicality. And I could go through so many backs with Cedric Benson and Ricky Williams and all those guys that, and just recently Bijan Robinson, high draft picks, really, really good running backs.
This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, he did everything he could to try to avoid all those defenders, but at the end, it's still a negative play, tackle for loss.
One defender, then the next one. The blitzing guy got a shot at him. Everybody had a shot. It took a while to get him down.
Yeah, great effort by that defense, not quitting on the play.
They've softened them up with a run. Now to throw it. He's going for a big play downfield. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
I would love to sit here and tell you that was the greatest play call ever, and the offensive coordinator is a genius. I think that was some really bad defense.
Rush is on him. Got it in the middle. It's Lewis. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Texas! No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. Kickoff unit has been busy as they have built a big lead, and they're trying to hold on to it. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So
breaks into the open. That is exactly what you want to do with a football. He's got it all the way down to the 15-yard line. And the Bruins are in the hurry-up. Goes to the option. Now the toss. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. He's got it. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line.
And here comes money down for this offense. Third down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, UCLA! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's a much-needed life from this offense as they try to cut away at this lead.
No doubt. Needed something to go right. You're down. You got to make plays. You got to get your team back in it. Great start. Keep chipping away.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Makes the grab for the 2-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off play action on 1st down. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. The Longhorns trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. The offense changing the play. To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Avery. He smashes his way through again. Strong, firm tackle.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. In the gun, looking to throw on 3rd down. Snagged out of the air. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. He turns that loose down the right side. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half for the offense. They generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got it on the run, and he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. The offense lining up for a first down play. To the running back. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Caught in the backfield. It's Avery. Tackled there by the defense.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Quarterback making adjustments. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top.
You saw the tight end on a big play there in that last 3rd down. Why not go back to him again here in the red zone? With his size and his athleticism, he is a matchup nightmare down in this area of the field.
This offense has been running up and down the field, and here they are, 1st and goal, a chance to tack on another one before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal?
Let's go.
On the option. Now the pitch. Touchdown, Longhorns! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense has enough time to get off a play before we head to the half. Looking downfield on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And it's funny, right before that play, I'm thinking to myself, I wonder if this offense is just going to play conservative here with the field position. The fact they haven't scored a ton of points so far in this game. Just run the ball and take it into halftime.
There he goes. Oh, there's always football on the bad pitch. Defense picks it up. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Longhorns will kick it off to start the 2nd half. And he's going to try to return this one. Stopped at the 26, brought it out of the end zone, picked up an extra yard. field, ready to go to work. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the first half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
Some programs just seem to be built for a great passing game. The patron saint of Bruin passers is Troy Aikman.
And honestly, Reese, it makes me think of the UCLA blue, the sweet uniforms with the gold, just quarterbacks looking sweet. McNown, DTR, looking the part, being the part.
Fires to the wideout. Connection to the right. And they make the striking connection, and they've got it down to the 13-yard line, a red zone chance. Sends it back in motion. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Gets it to him on the screen. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. He'll ride his man on the option. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long. So they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Here comes the Texas offense. They took advantage of outstanding field position the last time they had it, and now they'll have a little more work to do to get on the board. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And if this defense wants to get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense. And that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Got his man on the outside. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. The Longhorns come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll throw on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks. It's Avery. Turning it on! And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
This guy's having a day. It doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's running. He just seems to always be getting open, and his quarterback is taking notice. He's looking his way. Nice job there, throwing in time, getting it to him in space and allowing him to go to work. This is turning into a very nice statistical day for this wide receiver.
The Longhorns with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They'll run play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Grab near the marker. It's Torres. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Give to the running back. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Second down coming up.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
And the Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quarterback may change this route. Second down, they'll go to the air. Makes the grab. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
And the Longhorns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. They'll run the option. Oh, he's got some space. And he'll finally slide after the long run. I'm not sure if he wanted to avoid the hit or he just got tired. They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. And it's picked off right at the goal line. He's at the 50, at the 30, he's at the 10.
And defenses are way less concerned with yards nowadays. It's being great in the red zone, and boy, did they come up big. They create the turnover, return the INT all the way down the field, and set their offense up now with the red zone opportunity.
And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. Back's got it. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bruins. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business. Looking to throw.
Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd.
Texas.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. And that'll be incomplete, man. That would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And how about this young fella? They're slinging the pill, man. His completion percentage is through the roof. Dude, he's over 80% right now. Everything he's throwing is working, using the whole field, using multiple receivers. He looks like a different cat from what we've seen all throughout the season.
Quarterback making checks. Right back to the air on 2nd and 10. With the catch, it's Torres.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Longhorns are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got his man. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Motion from the wide receiver. It's a reverse. Oh, that did not go as planned except for the defense. They were right there to make the big stop.
Nice job by this defense staying home, not getting fooled. When the ball goes away from me, I don't just chase blindly across the field. They see the reverse, and I love the speed, the close, and the tackle. They get a tackle for a loss on that gadget-type play.
Second down, he'll throw it. Fires left. Really good throw and a better catch to pick up a chunk of yardage.
Defense just hasn't had an answer for this guy. He has been on point. This is about as good as I've seen him play at the quarterback position. And here in the fourth quarter with a big lead, he's still taking shots.
Wide open downfield. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They got it at the 25.
And you just get the feeling that this defense has to find a way to get off the field and get the football back at this juncture of the game, trailing late if they're going to win.
To the ground with the back. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Texas! And they add 6 more on the board with that trip to the house. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. UCLA will go back to work on offense. We've certainly seen better performances from this group. You have to hope that they'll grow from this, but this is going to be one that they're going to kick themselves over for a while. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this is always the time in the game where coaches are absolutely watching. Like, which one of my guys mail it in and quit? And if you're the quarterback, man, you've been sacked a few times, you've turned the football over. Like, continue to play, find some ways to maybe get a few first downs and make something positive happen. And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
And I think that's what you want to see from this offense down the stretch. Like, can you physically dominate the game? You've got the lead. Now run the football, eat clock, continue to feed your dude.
Looking to the big tight end. Finds space on the right. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Bruins will hustle to the line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Catch and stride inside the 15. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They want to throw it. Looking to the end zone. And he can't find his man as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
Can't hang on in the end zone, and that one is going to drive him crazy when he watches it. It'll be third down.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field.
Throw to the end zone, picked off.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Palmer?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead. And the defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the fourth quarter.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Floats it out in space. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Longhorns come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. Pocket breaking down. He couldn't find anywhere to go with the ball. Bought time for a second, but finally just went down. I'll tell you who was happy to see that quarterback leave the pocket. The defense gave them a straight line run right at him.
Yeah, and you want to make him move off of his spot and not feel comfortable, and then you got to run him down. And the defense did a great job. Once he left the pocket, they saw it, they exploded, kept him inside, actually didn't let him get too far outside, and got the big sack.
The Longhorns will try to pin them back with the punt. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. The deficit is large, hope is fainting, but they'll try to finish strong.
Made a lot of mistakes in this game, and that's why it looks like they're going to take the L. Lots of things to improve on, lots of things to coach upon, and at this point, I think if you're a head coach, David, you're just trying to see which of your guys aren't quitting late.
Yeah, which is a real thing, by the way. Who's going to compete to the final whistle? What do we talk about all the time? Coaches are always preaching to these guys. Don't worry about the scoreboard. Just compete as hard as you can. So, good opportunity to try to finish this game with something positive.
Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Throws to the wideout. He makes a catch. Touchdown, UCLA. A great catch and run for 6.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make play.
The pressure gets to him. Quarterback is sacked, and the 2-point attempt is denied, and the lead stays right where it is. They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Makes the grab. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down. Assuming they can wrap this one up, guys, they've served notice early in the season, winning a game like this, that this passing game will have to be dealt with.
Yeah, top 10 team, too, because everybody knew the talent they had coming back on offense, the playmakers at the skill positions. And, David, we've seen it early this season. In this game, they've been throwing it all over the yard.
Yeah, but you do want to see it against good competition. So that's what's fun about today, like proving it against a really good team. We can talk about, this guy's a star, this guy's a star. Now doing it like this on this stage, now I'm a believer.
Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected. A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off.